It's the NFL on EA Sports. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Back to throw. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Hill looks to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. On the option, here's Hall. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. The tight end going in motion to the left. He'll drop the throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up 3rd and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here comes Hall on this toss to the right, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Texans. his third touchdown on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Individually, I think he comes in today feeling pretty good about what he was able to accomplish last week. It's almost hard to believe his performance resulted in a loss, Mike. I mean, 4 touchdowns. The 1 interception on a bad read where the ball got away from him. What that tells me is they need to play better collectively as a team. Get a better performance from their defense, a better performance from their special teams. Tighten everything up, because if he plays like that at the quarterback position, and as a result, the offense has that level of production, they should expect to win a lot of games.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. A tight end in motion now. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He will have the Jaguars first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2. Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Fake, it's Richardson. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake filled first half continues. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. They put Wilson in motion. From the gun on third down, Richardson. That's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. To the left side, taken in by Harrison. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Give left side. Here comes Hall. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
That one knocked away and incomplete. Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Texans set to punt this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Jaguars offense ready for their 2nd possession. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Now a loose football. And he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Pressure gets there. Heel goes down. There's a penalty flag down as well. This could very well be a hold. Kirsten Darrisaw, first-round pick in 2021. Guilty that time. On 2nd down, Richardson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down. Here's Richardson. He's going to look for the home run ball.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
On the give, it's Hall. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of a first down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He's got his man. It's Harrison. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this. These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. Easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Right back to Harrison. He's got him again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. To the air one more time. This one caught at the floor. And he'll take it on in. And 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Houston. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans extend their advantage to 14-3. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They put Wilson in motion. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they'll knock him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Now a give on the ground. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Sims now to return it. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Texans offense and Marvin Harrison Jr. getting set for their next drop. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. And the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Caught, left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
His throw left side is complete. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. It is a big-time play for Houston. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Texans. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jags offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. This pass is caught by Thomas. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. From the gun, Richardson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On second down, Richardson. He'll tuck it and take off.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Richardson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. They hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, a loose football. I believe one of the Jaguars was able to get in there and recover. Yes, Jacksonville retains possession. So, we have hit halftime here on a Monday night as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. Check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our studios with the EA. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This field in at about the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll send their tight end left. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Richardson going to look to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turns it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Point after, coming up here. It's up and through. And the Jaguars get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. The kickoff team is out of the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Sim. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll motion a tight end right. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
And a short pickup, too. About the 42-yard line. Second down and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion. Bill looks to throw. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one complete right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 of the year. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Texans will extend this third quarter lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Richardson to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And he's going to be out of bounds just past the marker. The ball was in the proper place for a new set of downs. On first down, it's Richardson. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. Here's a 2nd and 6. Man in motion, heading left. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Richardson. They'll look to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down. Here's Richardson. Catch man right side by Thomas. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. RPO quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Jaguar. First down. Tight end going in motion here. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. This one hauled in by Thomas. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. He is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is 2nd touchdown tonight.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. No problem there on the extra point, and the Jaguars are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Sim. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here. This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball. They're able to convert.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to the air one more time. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. We'll try to run for it with Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Here's Richardson. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. The tight end, Allen, in motion. In the middle they go. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of shotgun, Richardson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
2 critical factors to closing out games with the lead in the NFL, Mike. On offense, you got to be able to run the ball. On defense, you have to be able to rush the passer. And here they are winning here late in the 4th quarter. Back-to-back sacks. It's going to go a long way in closing this one out.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive begins with a run, and it's hard. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's going to have that 1st down. Gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down. Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Texans. 3 touchdowns for him. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Richardson. over the middle by Thomas. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Here's Richardson. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. It's Richardson on the move. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. They put Wilson in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the second half. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On the return, here's Sim. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. It's first down, and it's Paul. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Another run here with Paul. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Texans first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. Let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Now it's Oz to the left. Here comes Hall. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They send him right out of the slot. On third down, they'll throw from the gun.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Brian Thomas now, and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They put Wilson in motion. On first down, it's Richardson. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Receiver in motion, going right. Throwing on second down, Richardson. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. This is a tough spot. Third down and 10. Richardson gonna look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Here we go. This is fourth down. Richardson operating from the pistol. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one a first down. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll drop to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Now Richardson. A toss left side, caught by his running back. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Now Richardson. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Over the top. He's got it. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back. And it's not going to be...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around. With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets to go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Here's 1st and 10. There's a handoff out of the gun. The hole closes quickly, He'll pick up about 3. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. A run here with Paul. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Texans. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Jacksonville, good night, everyone.